Thank you. Next up is me. So hold on here. Stopwatch. Okay. Hi, I'm Jack Silverstein. I am Chicago's sports historian. And when I ask what makes someone a Pro Football Hall of Famer, the first thing I think of is individual dominance. I think of two-time MVP Randall Cunningham. I did not misspeak. Cunningham won the 1990 PFWA MVP and the 1998 NEA MVP. Every Canton conversation with Randall should start there because he is the only Canton eligible player who won a major NFL MVP award in 2+ seasons, not yet in the Hall. While the NFL officially honors the AP MVP, these other MVPs are massive achievements. The NEA is voted on, or at the time was voted on, by players. They gave it to Randall in 1998, the year that reigning Super Bowl MVP Terrell Davis rushed for 2,008 yards and won the AP award. AP voters, though, they weren't ignoring Cunningham outright. On the contrary, he finished second 3 times. In 1990 with 23% of the vote, in 1988 with 27%, and in 1998 with 30%. In the Super Bowl era, Randall Cunningham is the most honored player for AP MVP without actually winning the award. Furthermore, since 1978, there are 18 Canton-eligible players who have received AP MVP votes in 3 or more seasons. The leaderboard for combined percentage of votes, you have to do it by percentage because they changed the vote totals. Combined percentage of votes in those years goes like this: Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Kurt Warner, Earl Campbell, Marshall Faulk, John Elway, Dan Marino, Barry Sanders, Randall Cunningham, and then Dan Fouts, Jerry Rice, Terrell Davis, Eric Dickerson, Emmitt Smith, Mark Allen, Warren Moon. Add his Burt Bell Awards in 88, 90, and 98, and Randall Cunningham has 3 MVP-level seasons where he was receiving awards or high vote counts from multiple voting bodies. In short, he dominated. With all that, his stats might seem underwhelming, but let's look at his teammates. Starting in 1987, when he won the Eagles starting job, Randall on the Eagles had just 4 offensive teammates make the Pro Bowl. Only one did it more than once. In Minnesota in 1998, Randall had 6 offensive teammates make the Pro Bowl. He had more Pro Bowl teammates on offense in that one season on the Vikings than he had in those 9 years in Philly. So once he was on that Vikings team, Cunningham produced one of the greatest passing seasons ever. Led the NFL in passer rating, finished second in touchdowns, 5th in yards. Cunningham in 1998, for some context, was a bit better than Hall of Famer Jim Kelly in 1991. That was the year that Kelly's teammate Thurman Thomas won the AP MVP award. Cunningham never had a teammate win MVP. He never had a teammate finish higher than him in the MVP. Here are guys who had a teammate win the MVP award: Jim Kelly, Troy Aikman, John Elway, Kurt Warner, Phillip Rivers. That same year, Thurman Thomas won Offensive Player of the Year. Cunningham never had a teammate win Offensive Player of the Year. Here's who did: Joe Montana twice, Kelly, Steve Young, Elway, Warner, and Rivers. He also had 0 full-time seasons where he threw more interceptions than touchdowns. Troy Aikman and Warren Moon each did that 4 times. He never led the NFL in interceptions. Eli Manning did that 3 times. Moon, Rivers, and Roethlisberger did it twice. No one who watched Randall Cunningham ever forgot him. His historical impact is massive. While his fellow black quarterback stars of the 1980s, Warren Moon and Doug Williams, were drop-back pocket passers, Cunningham's unique abilities to improv and dominate with both his arms and his legs opened a lane that changed the quarterback position forever. It's the way that the position is played today, both black and white. If Cunningham did play today, coaching staffs would have known how to utilize him. GMs would have known how to build around him. Award voters would have honored him. He was elite, dangerous, dominant, and memorable. All that's missing from Randall Cunningham's career is the gold jacket. Let's vote him one tonight.